This is Molly. 7 weeks ago today, she was bitten on her hind leg by another rabbit. We allowed it to try and heal at home, and it didn't. And 9 days later, she was having surgery for an abscess. She had about 10 stitches that day, and everything looked good. A week later, she was back in surgery and ended up having a very large T-incision placed in her leg that ran from about here to here and then up here to the top of her hip. There were about a dozen stitches in each leg of the arm, or each leg of the T. So about 36 to 40 stitches in there. Dr. Pasquas was very aggressive in cleaning it out and did an absolutely wonderful job. It did not hold here where the tension was, and it opened up, and we did have some more pus. So for the last almost 4 weeks, we've been flushing it and draining it, starting with a very large volume of saline, and then with saline infused with Baytril, and cleaning it out. Molly has been absolutely fabulous. Our camera just fell over. There we go. Molly has been absolutely fabulous through the entire process. So today I think is probably going to be our very final Baytril flushing. So we're just going to show this just to show how good she's been. She's been getting daily duplicillin injections. Those have now stopped. She's been getting Baytril twice a day as we did culture and sensitivities, and that is what the abscess was sensitive to. She's also been getting Medicam. She's now off that as she's using the leg fully, and there's no longer any inflammation or discharge. So today, all we're going to do is give her Baytril, and we're going to take a little cotton swab. And I only have one set of hands, so I do have to be a little unconventional here. And we're going to wet the cotton swab with some saline that's been infused with Baytril. And just clean up this very, very small hole that's left. And I don't know if we're actually even going to be able to flush this at all today. Molly is absolutely fabulous. She has been with me since she was about 2 weeks old. Her mom was involved. She was part of a very large rescue from a hoarder by the Sudbury SPCA. And the mom had to have emergency surgery, so the 4 babies were hand raised and bottle fed. So Molly's very tolerant. She's been very good. This is a cannula on the end of a syringe, and it's not even going to go in today. The hole is so small. So I'm just going to flush gently, get a little bit of that saline in there with the Baytril that's infused in there to get any remaining bacteria out. I don't know if that shows up on camera. You can actually see that it's coming back out of the leg now. There is still a small pocket here that hasn't adhered down. There's a lot of scar tissue here, but everything has healed beautifully. We went from fearing that she was going to lose her leg to being amazed at how well she's done. So there's a couple of lessons here. One is seek veterinary assistance with all injuries. The other one is that the more you handle your bunnies, the better, even if it's just a little bit every day, so that when you do have an emergency, really you can do this kind of thing with them. If Molly wasn't this tolerant, and let's face it, most bunnies would not be, even a lot of well-handled bunnies, there would have been 2 options. One would have been taking her to the vet every day to have her sedated and have her leg flushed, which would have been incredibly hard on her system. The daily sedations, the stress of the trips. It also would have been financially just unfeasible for us and for probably most people. The other option would have been to amputate the leg right at the beginning. So thankfully, because we've had great vet care, and because Molly has been so good, and because she's so used to being handled, we've been able to do this at home, and we've been able to save the leg. And she's just a fabulous bunny, no worse for wear. As I said, today is exactly 7 weeks from the initial injury. She's had the cone on the entire time, and hopefully, if everything stays on track, then this will close up completely over the next couple of days, and Molly will be able to be cone free and go back to being her happy, normal self and grow her hair back behind her ears. Can you say bye? Say bye-bye. Good girl.